Good afternoon, everybody. It's December 24, 2023. It's the night before Christmas. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome, newcomers, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to continue my series on InfraGard. Yes, it's becoming a little bit more interesting to me the more I look into it. And I think that you should be aware of it as well. So I am on the InfraGard.org website. Okay, I'm going to show you right here. This is my cat Cinnamon. I had a portrait drawn of him to memorialize him after the Manalapan Police Department in Manalapan, New Jersey on December 10, 2018 murdered him with directed energy weapons as I watched him die in my living room. And then the same criminals showed up at my front door the next day to Baker Act me, to collect my DNA with a drug test. I don't smoke, drink, or do drugs. I don't even take an aspirin. I won't even ingest things that have alcohol inside of them. But yeah, this is the way the criminals make money, by targeting innocent people for profit. And InfraGard is just the right arm of my favorite Bureau of Investigation. So InfraGard, it claims to be a partnership for protection. Who are they protecting? They're not protecting you. They're not protecting me. Okay, so welcome to InfraGard. They have the audacity. This is their website. Look at that. The Statue of Liberty. Shame on you. Welcome to InfraGard. And look at the spelling. InfraGard. Why is there a capital G? Why is that? Infrastructure Guardian? Infrastructure what? I look forward to your comments down below. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, exposing one criminal at a time. In Eastern Kentucky, welcome to InfraGard. InfraGard is a partnership between the Federal Bureau of Investigation and members of the private sector for the protection of U.S. critical infrastructure. What does that mean? They're protecting the critical infrastructure? Why are they welcoming all these strangers in to the country? In the hundreds of thousands. Okay, you're doing a great job protecting the critical infrastructure. Through seamless collaboration, InfraGard connects owners and operators within critical infrastructure to the FBI. Oh, they're connecting owners and operators to the FBI to provide education, information sharing. Yeah, what kind of information are you sharing? Oh, yes! All of those people that are covertly placed on the list. Your 7 lists. And then, of course, there's the secret hit list. Isn't that the list where your partners and owners can pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars to annihilate someone? Yeah. Yeah, you're involved in networking and workshops on emerging technologies and threats. Emerging technologies? Is that like directed energy weapons, lasers, tasers, pulse microwave radiation, energy fields? Or how about the kind that you burn trees from the inside out? Those are the kind of technologies you're talking about? Oh, and threats. Oh, okay. So InfraGard's membership, you hear this? It's a membership. Usually when somebody is a member of something, there is a membership fee. So please keep that in mind. Membership dues. They're usually annual. They're usually annual dues, okay? It includes business executives, entrepreneurs, lawyers. I'll say that again. Lawyers, security personnel, military, and government officials, IT professionals, academia, and state and local law enforcement. They're all dedicated to contributing industry-specific insight and advancing national security. Well, there's a brochure here, and it's like there is a joint application. Oh, maybe I should fill out the application. Let me see. Let's see what it says, folks. Let's scroll down here. Here's the brochure. Let's see. We're going to find the brochure here. 1 second. I have a very slow laptop. Very slow. So this is Cinnamon, and guys, there's an angel watching over all targeted people. There's an angel watching over you on Christmas Day, and for those who do not celebrate Christmas as well. Oh, look at this wonderful 2-page little brochure. Defending our nation's most critical assets. An Alliance for National Infrastructure. Oh, here's the membership requirements, folks. You need to be employed or formally employed within critical infrastructure for at least 3 years. You must be 18 years of age on the date of the application. You must be a U.S. citizen by birth, as defined by 8 U.S.C. 1401, 1409, or a U.S. citizen by naturalization as defined in 18 U.S.C. 1421, 1459. You must complete the InfraGard membership application in its entirety. You must agree to the InfraGard Information Sharing Policy, Privacy Act statement, agreements to hold harmless, and code of ethics. Don't you want to don't you want to read those, guys? You must consent to a security risk assessment and to periodic reconfirmation of the security risk assessment. The risk assessment is a process completed by the FBI which includes a local, state, and federal criminal history and other security-related database checks. Successful completion of the security risk assessment does not equate to a security clearance, and InfraGard members are not given security clearances by the FBI. All right, maybe they're given security clearances by somebody else. Okay, so we're going to go back, and I want to see if I can find the application. Don't you want to see the application, guys? I want to see what the privacy statement is. And just as a side, folks, this is InfraGard.org. I'm going to scroll down and show you in a little bit. InfraGard has multiple chapters. They have let's see. It's a wait list. Oh, I've got a wait list. Okay, InfraGard is not currently accepting applications to be added to the wait list. You notice they say wait list and not watch list. It's a wait list. Please provide the following information to receive a notification when application submissions is resumed. The FBI is not responsible for third-party email service providers. Therefore, if you do not receive email notification, please continue to check the InfraGard homepage for updated information. And thank you for your patience and your interest in the InfraGard program. Okay, well, I'm not going to submit my name or business email, folks. I'm not going to do that. But we'll go back. But, I wanted to see the application. They don't want the application online. I guarantee they don't want that application online. So I'm going to scroll down. There are quick links here. And I'm going to click on chapters. Okay, I'm going to click on chapters. And, let me, 1 second, guys. Who's that at the door? I have a chicken at the door. One of my chickens is at the door, like pecking at the door, guys. Oh, and I want to show you what I woke up to. Merry Christmas to Lorraine from the criminals. I went to put on my leggings today that were just washed. Here you go, look. I'm gonna show you. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? There's still somebody at my door. 1 second. What you doing, guys? Okay, so here is the chapter list. 79 chapters. Now, isn't that interesting? Because there are 80 fusion centers. There are 79 chapters. InfraGard has a chapter for you. Chapters conduct local meetings pertinent to their area. So I'm just going to scroll down because you can click on all the different chapters. So I'm just going to show you here quickly. Look at all those chapters in Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida. We're going to scroll down. Let's see. I'm going to click on 100 so I could see 100 of these. So here's more for Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, and then it tells you where they're located, right? So you've got the name of the chapter and then the city that they're located, and then they're divided into Northeast, Southeast, Pacific, Northeast. You see what I'm saying here, right? The Midwest. Oh, here, look, Kentucky. Now watch what happens when I click on this, folks. See? Louisville. And then you see that little blue thing there. Watch what happens when I click on it. Watch. Alright, so I'm clicking on it. I'm waiting for my screen to pop up. I've got a really slow laptop. So now normally you click on it, you think you're going to be connected to the InfraGard in Kentucky, right? No. This is what you're connected to when you click on InfraGard in Kentucky. Look. I can report suspicious activities and crime by contacting them 24/7. It hasn't worked yet, guys. They're not responding to. No. But this is what happens whenever you click on contacting InfraGard. You're automatically connected here. We've got to give a shout out to Miss Connie Marshall in Louisville, who's being harassed by the local police there. Maybe she's not aware that there is an InfraGard FBI in Louisville. Maybe I should contact her for Christmas and tell her to look up those creatures there in Louisville. So, okay, so here, these are the special people in charge here in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, so let's see. We're going to scroll back here. That's just in Kentucky. That's in one portion of Kentucky. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit more. Let's see what we got. We got Cincinnati, Ohio. We got 3 in Cincinnati, 2 in Cleveland. Oh, goodness. We've got 2 in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, San Juan, Boston, Columbia, in South Carolina, Minneapolis, and Tennessee's got Knoxville, Memphis, Knoxville. Oh, my goodness. Tennessee is infiltrated by InfraGard chapters. Okay, Texas, San Antonio, Salt Lake City, Utah, Richmond, Virginia, Seattle, Washington. Well, of course, there's got to be one in Seattle, right? Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh, let's see what else we've got going on here. I don't know. I feel like I'm scrolling through the Masonic Lodges list, guys. Well, that's another topic for another day. I wonder how many of these people are Freemasons. I don't know. But here is the map. Right, there's the map. That's not conclusive. And some of these chapters did not file their taxes. And I'll tell you how I know. Okay, so I decided, okay, I want to find out a little bit more about InfraGard. They claim to be a nonprofit. Many nonprofits are tax exempt. So I went to the trusted IRS website for the tax-exempt organization search, which you can do too. There you go. And then what I did was I typed in here the search term. I left it the United States, all states, search all, and then I click search. Okay. You can also search if you have their EIN number, which is, you know, the tax number. So I'm searching per 100 fields. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now this is what it looks like on my search. So you've got the EIN number on the left, the name of the chapter, where they're located, the city and state, the country, and the tax returns that they filed. Okay, you want to see their determination letters. In the determination letter, it will define whether or not you are tax exempt for federal taxes and whether you are a public or a private organization. Then you're going to find their Form 990N, which with all of these chapters, a 990N is if you have finances of $50,000 or less. Now, I find it really interesting that some of these chapters have been in existence since 2009. They're still around, and they're still filing 990Ns? You mean to tell me that through years of membership, tax-exempt contributions from the private sector, law enforcement, funding, grants and stuff, they have never exceeded $50,000? I find it highly suspect, okay? So now some of them actually have had their tax exemption revoked. So they're on what's called an auto revocation list. So that means that they either didn't have enough members, like this one in Alaska. In Anchorage, maybe they didn't have enough members. Maybe people weren't paying their membership dues. Maybe people, maybe they weren't filing their taxes. Okay, so if you're not filing your taxes over 3 years, that's a red flag for the IRS. So, and just as an FYI, Muckrock, you know, the FOIA request they haven't filed their taxes in more than 3 years. So we're scrolling down. We've got Anchorage, Albany, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, Natick, Massachusetts, Waxhaw, North Carolina, Cincinnati, Ohio, Denver, Colorado, Honolulu, Missouri City, Texas, New City, New York, Huntsville, Alabama, Boise, Idaho. And they're called InfraGard Los Angeles Members Alliance, InfraGard Michigan Members Alliance, Inc. So they're incorporated. Usually when they incorporate, they're protecting their officers. Now I'm going to tell you something, and I highly recommend you're searching your city and state or your state. And this is what you can do, because when a nonprofit is a public nonprofit for tax exemption, they are required to be public when asked about their finances. So they're writing, they've completed this Form 990N that it's under $50,000. Okay, well, how about InfraGard in Kentucky? Let's write you a letter and ask you the number of members in InfraGard, Kentucky. And what are your membership fees? And are they annual fees? Are they lifetime fees? Those are the kinds of questions that you are permitted to ask, and within 30 days, they are required to provide you with that information. At one time, like when I first moved to Kentucky and was researching InfraGard, I went to the InfraGard website and clicked on Kentucky, and there was a list. There was an address and a name of the person who headed that location. Well, so you can sometimes find them if you scroll back in the years, because they wipe their names clean in the newer tax submissions, but in the older ones the name still appears. So in Kentucky, now this is a few years back, we've got this Douglas Brent. Okay, so he signed off on the tax return for InfraGard, Kentucky. And I find it really interesting that just a couple of months ago, you could locate these people on LinkedIn. You know, everything is public, right? So you can try to hide it from one place, but you're going to find it somewhere else. So he posted 2 months ago that his job is, now mind you, he signs off on the tax returns for InfraGard, Kentucky. He is a government procurement consultant. A government procurement consultant. This is 2 days ago. And that the mission of Kentucky Apex Accelerator is to promote Kentucky's economic development by assisting companies who are in the process of providing products and services to the federal, state, and local governments. The Apex Accelerator is funded in part through a cooperative agreement with, drum roll, anybody got a drum roll for me? The Department of Defense. The Kentucky Apex Accelerator Cooperative Agreement is managed by Kentucky's Science and Technology Corporation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation, which means that they're not paying taxes on any of the money that the DOD donates, right? So the DOD is getting a tax write-off, some kind of a tax write-off, to fund the Kentucky Science and Technology Corporation, which is a nonprofit corporation, and they're promoting Kentucky's economic development by assisting companies who are in the process of providing products and services to the federal, state, and local governments. I wonder what those products and services are. I mean, how ambiguous is that? Don't you want to know what it is that they're providing? What kind of a product? What kind of a service? Oh, is that like the community stalking services? Or how about because you sign off on the InfraGard taxes, maybe you form your little gang stalking community and place them into communities in Kentucky. I'm just taking a wild guess here because, listen, if I started a business and I were assisting companies providing products and services, what products? What services? How about, is it consulting services? Is it demolition services? Is it human resources services? Are you hiring and firing? What kind of products? Are these defense products? Are these directed energy weapons? What products? How ambiguous? What, are you going to start a business by saying, oh, we process products and services to the federal, state, and local governments? I'm like, what the hell? And you're in a cooperative agreement with the DOD, Department of Defense? Well, like, listen, if you are funded in part by the DOD, I guarantee that they're not funding, they've got to be funding something good. I don't know, maybe I should go to their website, because I am on their mailing list about all the grants that they dole out. Maybe I need to go look up how the DOD funds Apex Accelerator. Oh, but they're in a cooperative agreement, and it's managed by the Kentucky Science and Technology Corporation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. So none of these people are paying taxes. They're paying the stalkers. They're not paying taxes. InfraGard, nonprofit, no taxes. They have a membership that they have to pay, maybe annually, maybe semi-annually. How much are they paying to join this InfraGard? How many members are there? I mean, it just seems a little nefarious to me, folks. So, yes, this is the person who signed off on the InfraGard Kentucky tax return. And then you've got all these people on LinkedIn congratulating him on his job. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so we're going to exit out of his LinkedIn profile. Well, I'm back at the InfraGard chapter list, 79 chapters. And let's see, because I know that some of my subscribers, let's see, where are you located here? Here's Charlotte, Minneapolis, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Oklahoma City, Portland, Philadelphia, San Juan, Pittsburgh, Memphis, Knoxville, El Paso, Texas, Milwaukee. Oh my goodness, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of names here, guys. Yeah. So, I'm going to finish off here on my little InfraGard stealthing. We'll go back to the home page here. Oh yeah, they're a partnership for protection. The land of the free and the home of the brave. Welcome to InfraGard. Their partnership between the Federal Bureau of Investigation, I have a hard time even saying that, folks, call them instigation, and members of the private sector for the protection of the U.S. critical infrastructure. Through seamless collaboration, the InfraGard connects owners and operators within the critical infrastructure to the FBI to provide education, information sharing, networking, and workshops on emerging technologies and threats. I would like for them to define what the emerging technologies are and what the threats are. Security personnel, military and government officials, IT professionals, academia, and state and local law enforcement, all dedicated to contributing industry-specific insight and advancing national security. The end. Please hit the thumbs up. Welcome to InfraGard. I'm sure you didn't know all this juicy stuff about them. Now, I'm not going to be able to post a link in the description section. Weeping Willow on YouTube mentioned that YouTube is kind of cracking down on leaving links. I don't know if it's links just in the comments or links in the description. So what I will do is just write down InfraGard and the word dot and the word org. So you can go there yourself. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. Let me show you. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. All the way down. And you click on chapters. Okay? I have some bad news. I mean, I knew it was coming. I shouldn't be surprised. Over the last month, these criminals have been targeting PAWS. PAWS is a beautiful white cat with gray spots. He showed up here a couple of years ago. He's probably like a year old when he showed up. So he's probably around 3 years old, maybe 3.5 years old now. Such a sweet guy. He would sit on my porch. He even let me pet him a couple of times. And more recently, he's been wanting to go inside the cat's building, which is very unusual. He would just sit on my porch and eat snacks and food and stuff. Wander around with popcorn. But he did not want to come out of the cat's building. He was losing weight. This is what they've done to 3 or 4 other cats. And also in New Jersey. It's like a wasting. They infected him with something. So they either injected him with something or hit him with something to waste away. First, it's excessive thirst. They did the same thing to my cat, Chunky. These are all healthy cats, young, healthy cats. I was in the building at 1 o'clock in the morning. I made him really comfortable. His breathing was very shallow. But when he heard me talking and petting him, his breathing picked up. And when I went in there this morning around 8 o'clock, he had passed. So it's not the first time they killed an animal on Christmas. And that's why I want to expose every one of these effers, one effer at a time. And InfraGard is one y'all need to know about. And find out who these members are in your community. And see if they overlap with those lodges, okay? So I'm going back to this tax-exempt organization list here. And instead of InfraGard, I'm going to type in lodge. See what pops up. I'm doing this for the first time, guys. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I type in lodge, right? Police Lodge, Moorhead Lodge, Denver Police Lodge, Blue Phoenix Brotherhood Lodge, Nevada Lodge of Research, United Grand Lodge Chapter. Oh, these are all Masonic lodges. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Oh, I'm already on 100. 100? Oh, you're not going to believe this, guys. Okay. So, my search results per page are 100 items. There are more than 88 pages. Do you hear me? More than 88 pages. Here in Jackson, Mississippi, the 718 Zion Hill Lodge. The Atlantic Daylight Lodge in Brunswick, Georgia. There are more than 88 pages because then there's the next button here. So search results of 100. So I'm on 100. Okay. So that's what I did in the IRS nonprofit. These are nonprofits. None of these people are paying taxes. They're all exempt. They're all exempt from taxes. Okay? The Institutional Police Lodge of Shirley, New York. The New Bloomfield Lodge in New Bloomfield, Missouri. Oh, this one looks like it was revoked. The Denver Police FOP Lodge. Nevada Lodge of Research. Oh, God. I wonder what they're doing over there. Huh? The Progressive Lodge. The Palestine Masonic Lodge in Jackson, Mississippi. How about the Yankton Lodge in Yankton, South Dakota? Or how about the High Point Elks Lodge in Bellefontaine, Ohio? This is just a sampling, folks. The Black Rock, Plymouth Rock Lodge. Where did they get these names? Dorchester, Massachusetts. The Tuscan Lodge in Hartford, Connecticut. The Laurel Lodge in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Superior Lodge in Bryan, Ohio. The Morning Star Lodge in Jackson, Mississippi. The Birmingham Lodge in Beltsville, Maryland. The Lodge of Instruction, Marshfield, Massachusetts. These are all tax-exempt, nonprofits, lodges. They don't pay taxes. They're federally exempt. And they're all membership, usually membership collecting lodges. The Crump Lodge in Jackson, Mississippi. Ripley Lodge in Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi's got a lot of these. The State Trooper FOP Lodge in Lexington, Tennessee. Somerset Lodge, FAM, New York, Barker, New York. The Holiday Lodge in Paris, Missouri. Holiday? The Lodge Opportunity in Salina, Kansas. Crowder Lodge, Jackson, Mississippi. Charity Rebecca Lodge in Auburn, Maine. The Eureka Tintac Lodge. They have copies of returns. It looks like that they don't exist anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys. This is how you can do it. If you want to search for these creatures, you go here If you don't know the name, but you know what they are, you just type that in. And just as an FYI, the definition of a lodge, according to the IRS, is that they perform rituals. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Please hit the thumbs up. Signing off for now.